I recognize the importance that sex plays in the life of a man. Nature has made its attraction irresistible to ensure the perpetuity of the race. As for myself, I have found that the thinker is confronted with the problem of perpetuating either the species or the mind. Tesla, the brilliant scientist, revolutionized electricity and set the stage for wireless technology, patented over 300 inventions, some of which are still classified under the US government today. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I don't care that they stole my idea, I care that they don't have any of their own. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. Of all things, I liked books best. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. Everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art, an indescribable beauty, a mystery beyond human conception, and so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it. I do not think there is any thrill that can go through the human heart like that felt by the inventor as he sees some creation of the brain unfolding to success. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable. Like force and matter, when they separate, man is no more. Though free to think and act, we are held together, like the stars in the firmament, with these ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. We are all one. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. We crave for new sensations, but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today's common occurrences. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing within themselves. The energy of a single thought may determine the motion of a universe. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. The feeling is constantly growing on me that I have been the first to hear the greeting of one planet to another. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. But instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths, when logical deduction or any other willful effort of the brain is futile. So astounding are the facts in this connection that it would seem as though the Creator himself had electrically designed this planet. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment and merging of races, and we are still far from this blissful realization. Intelligent people tend to have less friends than the average person. The smarter you are, the more selective you become. What we now want is closer contact and better understanding between individuals and communities all over the earth. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. If the genius of invention were to reveal tomorrow the secret of immortality, of eternal beauty and youth, for which all humanity is aching, its velocity would likewise resist the force of the new knowledge until time gradually modifies human thought. The scientific man does not aim at an immediate result. He does not expect that his advanced ideas will be readily taken up. His duty is to lay the foundation for those who are to come and point the way. Of all frictional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance, what Buddha called the greatest evil in the world. There is no energy in matter other than that we receive from the environment. The day will soon come when I will show the world that the transmission of power and speech without the aid of any wires is possible. Misunderstandings are always caused by the inability of appreciating one another's point of view. We are whirling through endless space with an inconceivable speed. All around, everything is spinning, everything is moving, everywhere there's energy. The desire that guides me in all I do is the desire to harness the forces of nature to the service of mankind. My belief is firm in a law of compensation. The true rewards are ever in proportion to the labor and sacrifices made. In the 21st century, the robot will take the place which slave labor occupied in ancient civilization. When wireless is fully applied, the Earth will be converted into a huge brain, capable of response in every one of its parts. It will soon be possible to transmit wireless messages around the world so simply that any individual can carry and operate his own apparatus. Our senses enable us to perceive only a minute portion of the outside world. In a time not distant, it will be possible to flash any image formed on thought on a screen and render it visible at any place desired. Perhaps I failed, but I did my best. These masters of mine may do the rest. I am even grateful to Einstein and others because through their erroneous theories, they lead mankind away from the dangerous path I followed. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7-league boots. The hard work of the future will be pushing buttons. Avoid sex in old age after it comes to kissing and then talking. Tesla's experiments can be seen in numerous aspects of everyday life, including fluorescent lighting, X-ray machines, radio, television, and cell phones. The words spoken by a presenter in 1917 when Tesla received the Edison Medal were, suffice it to say that, were we to seize and to eliminate from our industrial world the results of Mr. Tesla's work, the wheels of industry would cease to turn, our electric cars and trains would stop, our towns would be dark, our mills would be dead and idle. Yeah, so far-reaching is this work that it has become the warp and woof of industry. But if none of these quotes were really interesting, then I saved the best quote for last. Most certainly, some planets are not inhabited, but others are, and among these there must exist life under all conditions and phases of development. Here's the quote you should hear before you get too old.